Hi everyone, my name is Nargis Nasreen and we are here to solve another question on SQL, and today is day 60 of solving 100 questions on SQL. So we have solved all the easy level questions, all the medium level questions, and now we are starting with hard level questions. So yeah, the question is consecutive days, and this question got asked in Netflix and Salesforce. So the question is find all the users who were active for 3 consecutive days or more. So let's see the table so that we can understand better. So we have this table here, SF underscore events, and these are the columns, record date, account ID, and user ID. So what it tells about user, that which user was active on what date, like user ID U1 is active on 1st of January. Then user ID 2 is also U2 active on 1st of January. So it is telling the active date. Okay, so we have to find out those users who were active for at least 3 consecutive days. Okay, for example, if user ID U1 is active on 1st of January, 2nd of January, and 3rd of January, then he is active on for 3 consecutive days. So we have to print U1. Okay, so how we are going to approach this problem? So let's take this example that if we have user ID, okay, let me take only user ID and record date because we do not need account ID, record date. Let me run this. So we have user ID and record date. If we get 2 more columns of record date here, okay, for user ID U1, and it is giving me that this is 1st of January, this is 2nd of January, and this is 3rd of January. Just try to imagine it. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to subtract this record date from this record date. It is going to give me 1. Then I'm going to subtract third record date from the second record date. It is again going to give me 1. Okay. So if it is giving me 1 from those two subtraction, it is telling me that the person is active for at least 3 consecutive days. Okay. So this is one of the approaches that we are going to take in this question. Okay. So yeah. So to have 3 record dates, how we are going to do it? So we are going to create 3 instances of the same table, that is SF underscore events, and we will have record date here, record date, we can say 1, record date 2, record date 3. We will subtract record date 2 from record date 1 and record date 3 from record date 2. If we will be getting 1 from both the subtraction, then that means that user is active for 3 consecutive days. Okay, so we are going to do self join. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me name this as a join SF underscore events P on what? On user ID, right? So I'm going to write down A dot user ID, comma, is equal to P dot user ID. Okay, and here I'm going to write down A dot user ID, A dot record date, and this is going to give us B dot record date, that is second record date. Okay, it is going to join. So yeah, now we are getting 2 record date from the first join, right? So this is user ID U1. He is active on 7th and he is active on 7th of February. He is active on 1st of January as well. Like this, we have for user ID again U1. He is active on 9th of December and again he is active on 1st of January. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to apply one condition. That is, we are going to subtract this record date and this record date. If we are going to get 1, then that means those two are consecutive, right? So to do that, what we are going to do, we are going to write down and date def b dot record date, comma, a dot record date is equal to 1. So it is going to give us only those record dates which are consecutive. You see, user ID U1 was active on 1st of January and 2nd of January as well. Again, user ID U1 was active on 8th of December and 9th of December as well. So these are consecutive. Okay, how? Because we subtracted this from this. So, and if the value is 1, then that means that date was just present, that day just after the previous date. So that too is a consecutive. Okay, so this is what we have done in our first join. Now we are going to put one more record date here, and then we are going to subtract this record date from that record. And if that also gives us 1, then that means all three are consecutive. For example, if the record date comes here as 3, so 3 minus 2, the date subtraction, 3 minus 2 is going to be 1. So again, we are getting 1. Then that means 1, 2, 3, they are consecutive date. And then we are going to print out U1 as the user ID if user ID U1 was active on 3 consecutive days. Okay, so now let's do one more join. We are going to do join SF underscore events on B dot user ID is equal to C dot user ID. Okay, because now we will be subtracting this from this. So that is why we are doing B dot user ID, and this is the new instance of our table, that is SF underscore events. Okay, let's name this as C. This is the third instance. Now let's run this. Oh, okay, we have to put here C dot record date as well. So we can see that C dot record date. So yeah, now we are getting third record date as well. So for user ID U1, he was active on 8th of December, 9th of December, and it is an inner join. So it will get records. It will get joined with all the records that was present for user U1. So that is why it is coming like this. So now we have to find out those dates where we will, if we are going to subtract these two, we are going to get 1. Okay, so we are going to put another check, the same check, that is date def C dot record date, comma B dot record date is equal to 1. Okay, now let's run this. So yeah, we are getting user U4. He was active on 10th of January, 11th of January, and 12th of January. Okay, so we are getting this, right? So this is the query. Okay, we have solved this problem and we are getting user ID U4 is the only user who is active for at least 3 consecutive days. Okay, now what we have to find out, we have to find out all the users. We do not have to show the record date. So I'm going to remove these. Okay, now let's run this. So we are getting user ID U4. Now let's see the expected output. So in expected output as well, we have user ID U4 as the answer, which is matching. So our query is looking correct. So now let's submit our solution, and our solution got accepted. So our query is correct. So this is how we have solved this problem. Okay, there are multiple ways. You can use window functions as well, like lag and lead, to find out previous state and the next state. And then again, you are going to do the subtraction. And if the value is coming as 1, then that means the user was active for the 3 consecutive days from both of those two subtractions. This is one of the ways where we can use self-join to create 3 instances of the same table, and we are getting 3 different record date, and we are subtracting one from the another. And if both of those subtractions are giving us 1, then that means the user is active on for 3 consecutive days. Okay, so yeah, this is the query. I hope you understood it. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. If you have more solution to this problem, you can put that too in the comment section. I hope you like the video. If you like it, keep liking. Do not forget to subscribe. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.